Hey, Spug Nemo here to talk about another shitty movie you've probably never heard of. And what movie is that, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. That movie is called Clockstoppers. In 2002, Nickelodeon Studios released this turd of a movie, a modern-day sci-fi flick about a kid who gets his hands on a super science watch that accelerates him to such speeds that it looks like everything else is frozen in time. Now guys, I have to warn you, this movie is really, really dumb. It doesn't give its viewers any credit at all, intellectually speaking. See, instead of taking well-known laws of science and physics and playing off of them to create any sort of interesting plot or character development at all, we get a movie that takes well-known laws of science and physics and pretty much ignores them. Not only that, the movie is flawed in every single possible cinematic sense. Plot, character development, basic logic, everything is horribly cliched, and nothing new is brought to the table at all. From beginning to end, this movie is completely fucking stupid. Well, let's take a look. So we open up at what I think is an airport when... No! There is no way this guy is for real. Seriously, look at this ass hat. Come on! This is the exact opposite of what a guy trying to be subtle would look like. I can't believe we're 5 seconds into this movie and I've already lost all suspension of disbelief. I'm surprised this guy didn't get tackled by Kenan Thompson the second he walked through the door. Look at this guy! Look at what he's doing!
All passengers will be ticketed for flight 12.
Sorry, the 10 o'clock to Costa Rica is booked, but I can get you out in the morning.
Not if I'm dead, you can't.
Sir, you forgot your keys.
Keep up. I need a vacation. Real bad.
Yeah, security would have a fucking field day with this guy. But really, why do I care? Who is this guy? Why do I care that he's being dragged backwards by the cameraman? We have no establishment for anything so far, so I just don't give a shit. Wait, what? Harry?
Great. I guess I just have to stand here and twiddle my incoming message from the big giant head.
Thanks, Charlie, it's a big giant head.
What? That's him. That's French Stewart. Harry from Third Rock from the Sun is one of the main characters in this movie. That's gonna be really distracting. So from there we transition directly to 1994. Oh, Blink-182, you are so timeless. I can't believe that they would take this song, of all the cliche 90s songs, to be their theme for their movie. It's like they're not even trying. Oh, hang on one second. I'm getting a call from my producer. Hello? What? What? You're telling me this song was released in the year 2000? What? I don't care. It makes perfect sense in context of the joke. Well, okay, okay, shut up. I'm just gonna honorarily re-release this song in 1994 so it makes more sense, okay? Okay, we're good. Okay, bye. So, yeah, this punktard here, yeah, he's our main lead. This guy's named Zach. You know, this guy over here that looks like Pauly Shore and Xander from Buffy had sex and pooped out this guy. So Xander Shore makes out with a Mustang and then meets up with his college professor dad after class, bitches about how he won't buy him a car, and mostly comes off as a whiny little bastard. And then he goes and meets his token black friend at the Sports Authority.
Bicky, a Bicky, a Bicky, a Bicky, Bicky, a Bicky, Bicky.
What? Why do I feel racially objectified here? So Zach and Meeker check out some Venezuelan chick, and Zach decides to go hit on her because...
I read about this in Cosmo. I gotta go talk to her.
No. See, this article here tells you how to buy shoes. This article over here tells you how to be a fucking bitch. But nowhere in this fucking magazine does it tell you how to pick up Venezuelan chicks. Wrong target gender, bro. So Zach gets faced, and then shows off his sweet moves, yo! And then he goes home to his house that houses every single cliched sitcom family ever made!
Are you watching this? He was so cute, and now he's all, I'm a gangster. Yo.
What are you doing?
Well, this way it's more like homemade.
Mom, Can I have some money?
Did you do your chores?
God, that was boring. Hey, can I get some Zoidberg up in here to make it a little more interesting? Okay, that's better. That's nice. So the dad rebuilds the watch that Harry from Third Rock from the Sun had, and then he goes talks to his son Zach, who whines a lot, and it sounds like he belongs more on LiveJournal than any sort of film reel.
Have fun with your science friends.
And then we cut to what I'm pretty sure is the bad guy because it's dark outside and he's got a large office. God damn it, Ken Jenkins, why are you in this movie? God damn it, you have had a pre-established career.
I'm not even
Man. I wonder what he thinks about this movie now that he's been on Scrubs so long.
Hey, champ. What has two thumbs and doesn't give a crap? Bob Kelso. How you doing?
Yeah, so... Kelso here tells Mr. CEO Guy that the National Security Agency is shutting him down and has 3 days to turn in his equipment because Saddam Hussein or someone could get their hands on it, I guess. So Mr. CEO Guy decides to go check up on a super nifty science project.
How dramatic.
Where he has Harry, Dr. Doppler stuck in hypertime, where a week in real time feels like about 20 years in hypertime. Harry is obviously just a bit perturbed about that.
How are things in hyper time?
How were things in hyper time?
Really? Does every single actor in this movie have to sound like they're on fucking Xanax or something? Come on, movie, how about some emoting?
You idiot!
I said emote, not over-emote. Fuck. Basically, the point of this scene is to slap this plot point in our face again, even though we already knew it.
Actually, I sent him a watch.
Wait. Tell who? The dad? Well, why didn't you tell the evil CEO guy about that a week ago? That would have saved you a whole fucking week of being in fucking hyper time. If you had just done that, you wouldn't have even needed to be in this movie, you fucking moron!
Idiot!
So we cut back to Zach looting his dad's stuff and getting his hands on said super science watch, even though he's not supposed to be able to get to it, or even know that it exists. Then again, his dad is kind of a moron for thinking that a small wooden box is the safest place to hide a black ops, high security, top secret piece of scientific equipment.
Idiot!
We then cut to Zach and Meeker getting into trouble with the most generic characters on the planet. Again. Really, movie? Really? You're going to go this level of generic? I mean, I know it's a kid's movie, but come on! We don't need every single character to be a completely fucking one-dimensional piece of shit. This is so fucking dumb. Even as a kid, I knew I was getting gypped here. The characters are complete wastes of space, and their dialogue is completely fucking one-dimensional. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I've been bitching too much over this Oscar-worthy dialogue. You were saying, movie?
That's a perfectly good trash can.
Okay, that was funny. So it turns out that Zach is so smooth, in fact, that getting shoved into a trash can and some light stalking and harassment gets him in with the ladies. And gets a date with Francesca here. Cut to some more sweet moves, yo! And then... yard work? I have to admit, I have been on far lamer dates with much less payoff. I guess I really can't complain about this too much, can I? Oh, dude, stop that! Oh, come on, man, that's just dumb. I don't want to watch that. Okay, so he finds a possum that's frozen or dead or something. I don't fucking know.
Hey, Francesca!
And then hijinks ensue.
I found your troublemaker.
Yeah, I know it's a lame joke, the whole Benny Hill thing, but I'm just surprised that the movie didn't do it itself.
Just push this button.
Basically, this scene establishes that the kids have the super science watch of science. So what do they do with it? Well, what else but cause mayhem and possible death? Seriously, They make a pressurized paint can explode in a kid's face, fuck with a meter maid who's only doing her job, attach a kid's nose ring to the spokes of a bike, and fuck with a guy in a car, guaranteeing that he runs down several pedestrians. Kid, just because some other guy is gonna buy the car that you were looking at doesn't mean you get to be a douchebag using your hypertime watch. Quit being a sociopathic asshole! God, how long are we in this fucking movie anyway? 35 minutes? Fuck! God, how much worse can this movie possibly get? Oh God, just fucking roll it. God, we'll just take it as it comes. First off, what the fuck is up with the people in this crowd? What the hell are they wearing? I think the producers made a crowd comprised of people that the producers think kids think ravers look like, resulting in Super Saiyan guy over here, creepy ass silver paint head guy over there, and a surprisingly nonchalant guy in all black back there in the corner. Second off, this is clearly not real spinning. I actually think that this is more legitimate DJing than anything that's going on in this fucking scene. Third, at this point the movie decided to bitch slap basic math and physics so fucking hard that I'm pretty sure basic math and physics lose a couple of teeth here.
I can't take this anymore.
Neither can I. The kids at this point decide that they need to help their idiot friend using the watch. Alright, I'll buy it. It's dumb, but whatever, I'll buy it. But look at this! They're moving him in hypertime and he's going the exact same speed in real time. According to movie logic, he should be more or less invisible to the crowd, he's moving so fast. Since they've established that that's what happens in every other goddamn scene in the movie. So basically the movie just decided, fuck continuity, I do what I want! Finally, these bastards pull off all sorts of logic-defying stunts that no human should be able to pull up. Come on! That guy is flying through the air! This spectacle should be greeted with screams of terror and the summoning of a high priest to exorcise his fucking kid, not cheers and laughter. And what, pray tell, is this proto-racist jackhat's reaction to be whipped around like a fucking demon-possessed marionette doll?
I thought I was gonna wet my pants. this hypertime thing is so trippy.
Well, isn't that understated? People, I don't understand. I mean, I know we need to see the watch in action, but we did. A lot. Remember this shit?
Man, don't leave me like this. No.
I don't understand why we need to spend another 5 minutes watching the producers trying to be young and hip. This entire scene serves just to be padding. It's not even good padding, it's stupid padding. The entire point of this scene, as far as I can tell, is just to confuse us and bring huge holes into the logical inconsistencies of this fucking movie. It just serves to piss me off. And now all I want to do is burn down a goddamn dance club. Fuck! God, let's just fucking move on.
Oh, yeah, that's funny, Zach.
So we established that Francesca and Zach have hooked up because of plot contrivance and more sweet moves, yo! Then we find something bad is happening because Zach makes this face. Nice facial expression there, guy. So Zach finds that his house has been broken into in hypertime and finds these assholes digging through the scientist dad's papers. Nice shot there, bitch, that doesn't say nothing. Seriously, I checked. This woman does not have a single speaking line in this entire fucking movie. Her credit at the end of the movie is about as legitimate as French Stewart not escaping his handcuffs in the van. Seriously, 1 minute he's chained up against the wall, and then 10 seconds later he pulls out a screwdriver and uses that to pick the lock on his handcuffs. Well, if you had the screwdriver on you the whole time, why didn't you pick the lock and escape 5 seconds after they got there? Dude, you could have left. You could have escaped the movie! Wait, why did they bring you along in the first place? Why are you even here? Ow! So after a really dumb chase scene where a car the size of a schnauzer runs a fucking huge van off the road, and the villains can't drive around a fucking stationary truck, Doppler gets flung out of the truck, and the truck runs off the bridge without any damage to the railing at all. Zach wakes up in a hospital with the watch still on him for some reason. The police try to question him about his joyride with the van, but seeing as this is a shitty kids movie, the police are complete fucking idiots.
I said creamer, you twit.
Zach notices that the bad guys are on their way to catch him and take the watch back, so he goes into hyper time and escapes. Seriously, why he still has the watch on him is beyond me. He went to the ER. I would have thought that his watch would have been something they would have, like, removed.
I don't want to hear any excuses.
Cut to the bad guy saying he needs the dad because he's much more suited to doing whatever it is they're doing.
Who needs the student when the teacher is so close at hand?
Wait, why are you guys waiting until now to go after the dad? Doppler told you about him like 20 minutes ago in the movie, which is like several days ago in movie logic time. You could have just skipped a whole lot of bullshit if you just went after him in the first place. So then Zach goes and talks to Meeker. Because really, we could use a lot more in our life, couldn't we? Really, this scene does two things. One, it throws this plot point at our face.
I need to get to Kingston to find my dad.
And two, makes this joke.
Budget cuts.
Oh, how hysterical. Then we cut back to Zach stalking Francesca and breaking into her home. She then claims she's glad he came to her for help because he's just so charming with his blatant disregard for privacy and safety of others he's exhibited so far. She then decides to help him find his dad because, and I quote,
"You raked my leaves. I can't let you go alone."
And honestly, that's about the only thing that makes sense in this movie because... hang on one second.
Hey, I just finished wrecking your lawn.
Okay, never mind. Let me pay you real quick. Oh, there you go.
I owe you one wacky adventure at Evil Corporation.
Yep, bye!
But you owe me $50.
What? It sure beats having to pay to have my lawn raked. Meanwhile, the parents are understandably quite perturbed by the whole "my son fled police custody and can't be found" thing, and try to piece together what might be going on with Zach while they wait to hear from him again. So the kids catch up to the dad, but unfortunately Mr. Evil
Zach?
Guy has caught up to him first. Seriously, we really don't actually know what this guy does at all in the movie. And though the kids are ultimately denied their prize of catching up with the dad, like actually meeting him, they are offered a small consolation prize. More spoon-fed plot!
At least they didn't mention your name.
If you should see him or Zach Gibbs, please contact your local police department.
I'm officially freaked out now.
Then the protagonists are captured in the dumbest way possible.
Hi, how are you?
Because apparently Dr. Doppler was driving the truck the whole time. I'll show them. I'll give them the perfect opportunity to escape. I like how the entire time his gun is hidden in his jacket. It's a kid's movie. Kidnapping, blatant destruction of property, theft, that's all good. But when it comes to guns, showing them is way too far. So it turns out that the watch is broken, and only Doppler can fix it because he's the one who built it in the first place. This sounds like a job for more morally questionable plot resolution. How is no one seeing this? What kind of shitty security do they have at an advanced technology expo? So the watch is fixed, and then they go get ready to suit up to rescue the father. Now guys, I have to stop. I was trying really hard to avoid this, but it becomes a major plot element at this point in the movie. I can't ignore it anymore. The idea is that when you're in hyper time, if someone shoots you with liquid nitrogen, you slow down back to normal time. That's fucking stupid! Okay, I don't care how fucking fast you're going, your body is always going to be made up of these tiny little things called cells. Those cells are filled with water. What happens when you pour liquid nitrogen on water? It fucking freezes! It's liquid nitrogen! I don't care how fucking fast you're going, if I dump a bucket of liquid nitrogen on my head, I'm not gonna slow down, I'm gonna fucking die because my entire body is turned to ice. By that logic, if I held an ice cube, I would slow down by half a second because my molecular speed has slowed down a little bit. This fucking movie is completely fucking retarded! So Doppler refuses to go with them because he's a giant pussy, and then we get what has to be some of the most deprived teen espionage bullshit ever committed in the film reel. Are you seriously telling me that 2 teenagers are going to be able to hold off an entire legion of trained guards? What, are you relying on your Venezuelan fire to get you through the day, Chicky Poo? So Zach gets his grubby little paws on a bike in a corporate office building, because of course this wouldn't be a crappy 90s movie without more sweet moves, yo! I like how Zach, though riding a bicycle, can't outrun this one guy on foot. It's as if the entire bike chase was entirely unnecessary.
Hello, Zachary.
Oh, they got kidnapped. I'm so surprised. So evil guy throws the kids into the hyper time chamber with the dad, and Zach starts immediately chewing out the dad for being ungrateful.
That I only show up when I need something. Now I'm trying to help you. You don't even appreciate it?
I'm sorry, but putting your life in the hands of terrorists is not exactly what I had in mind.
What is it with you? It's a good thing I'm just your son instead of one of your precious students. Then you'd be really disappointed.
That's ridiculous. Right? What are you talking about?
God, this kid is such a fucking asshole. Kid, your dad has been kidnapped and is forced to work against his will. And you're the collateral. You're the entire reason he's doing that. When you show up, you undermine the entire purpose of him being there. I cannot fucking believe how insensitive, self-righteous, and bitchy this kid is. Zach, just go listen to some fucking Evanescence and shut the fuck up so the adults can solve the problem here. Oh wait, I forgot. This is a fucking 90s movie. Of course the kid's the only way to solve the problem. So Zach puts on the watch and immediately gets consumed by more crappy CGI. No, actually, he's in hyper time.
Unbelievable. Your molecules are moving so fast, your hand went right through the table.
I don't want to explain why that's dumb. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious that this movie is just going to keep being dumb until it's over? Isn't it obvious that this movie is going to keep hurting us until it's finally over and we die in fire? Oh my god, I just want to be done with this movie! Blah blah blah, Zach phases through matter because of science, shit blows up for no real reason, and oh what a shock Doppler comes to save the day, because no one saw that coming a third of a second after he said he would never go back. So the day was saved thanks to teen angst and the power of love or something, I don't fucking know.
Dr. G, did you ever get this little anti-aging gizmo working? Because I don't want to stay like this forever.
Forget about it. I never got a chance to test it.
I sense shenanigans! So, the family gets reunited, Zach gets his car, thank fucking God. And who's in the back seat?
Oh, hey, Mrs. G, how's it hanging?
Doppler? Hello, gorgeous.
No! No! And we end with more blatant legal infractions. Fuck the police! Oh, thank God, it's finally over. Oh my God, that was so fucking dumb. But honestly, people of the internet, what did you expect?
It's a live-action movie released by Nickelodeon Studios, so of course it's gonna be fucking stupid. The acting is iffy at best, the graphics are mediocre, and the action leaves a hell of a lot to be desired. And the plot is obviously a huge disaster. It's amazing how much of this movie includes gratuitous mayhem and destruction just for the sake of pandering to the self-righteous destructive assholes out there. And we never feel any goddamn sympathy for the main lead because he's either whining or acting like a creepy little asshole. To top it all off, the science bullshit breaks down faster than pure fulminic acid,
and that's pretty much instantaneous. Yeah, when I do my science name dropping, I at least do some fucking research, unlike some movies I could mention. It's confusing, mind-numbingly idiotic, and mostly just makes the viewer walk away really confused about how this world is supposed to work. I will admit though, it does have its funny moments.
That's a perfectly good trash can.
Right you are, madam. This movie did ruin the career of a perfectly good trash can. Now if you excuse me, I have to go watch Will Smith beat up half of Hamlet. Oh yeah.
All the small things